The theatre of Epidaurus is of course among the best preserved since antiquity. Well, of course, it did need some restoration. The first restoration was made by its excavator Panayi Kavvadia at the turn of the century. A bigger restoration was effected in the 1950s by Anastasios Orlandos, and the Epidaurus Monuments Conservation Committee has been systematically engaged in the conservation and completion of the theatre's restoration since 1986. The 22nd row of Epitheatre has already been restored. The tower, the theatre entrance south tower has been restored, conservation on the seats where possible has been completed, and there is currently an ongoing program of works which deals with the water coming from higher up, which is the theatre's worst enemy, because it creates the erosions and subsidence.
Τα νερά τα οποία έρχονται από ψηλά και τα οποία είναι ο μεγαλύτερος εχθρός του θεάτρου γιατί δημιουργούν τις διαβρώσεις και τις καθιζήσεις.
Two ancient conduits have already been conserved. They take the water that comes down to the orchestra, and the work currently being carried out is the restoration of the shield that the ancient Greeks had created above the amphitheatre, a wall, that is, that stood in the water's way and channeled it around the theatre. One can see now the currently ongoing works. While conservation, fixing and protection of ancient monuments are necessary stages, their restoration is not always possible. We need to be certain regarding a building's construction materials, its plan, the layout of its rooms, as well as its typological elements. The work currently ongoing in the ancient theatre of Epidaurus, Asklepieion, can be divided into two categories. One has the purpose of sending rainwater around the theatre so that it does not cause any damage by eroding its infrastructure and cause further damage, and the second is to redress mainly the last row of seats, which is showing the highest extent of displacement and subsidence. In parallel, rather, at the same time, broken seats are joined using the adherence methods established for ancient fragments, namely reinforcement with titanium rods, such as these here, and a special type of cement. As a rule, ancient buildings that come to light have suffered destruction and deterioration to their original condition. Many of their original parts have been moved from their original position. We find that many have been reused in other constructions, either ancient or more recent. Many have been destroyed and lost completely, while others have sustained smaller or bigger damage.